Hello everybody, welcome back to another episode of Pillars of Eternity Backer Beta. We are going to be trying out the Druid in this episode as we wait impatiently for a patch for the Backer Beta to make it a little bit more playable. We're going to continue and just, test out some classes. So what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and create I guess we'll go female this time around to switch it up a bit. I'm going to go and do a godlike. Yeah, I kind of like the godlike. I mean, honestly, there's no really, wrong race to take it. Every stat's good. Like, every attribute is good, so it really just choose what you feel like. I kind of like the godlike, actually, because of the nature godlike, which is what we're going to go for. Now, all these godlikes do different things. The one we're going to choose is all stamina regeneration that occurs over time happens 25% faster for nature godlikes. So I kind of like that. Plus, I don't know, I kind of like the look of the nature godlike. So there you go. That's also the reason why I'm choosing the nature godlike. The body type, we're going to go with just, I don't want anything too big. I kind of like the elf body size, to be quite honest. So that's probably what I'm going to go with. It doesn't, it's just aesthetics. It doesn't really do anything else. So let's go with that. We're going to go ahead and do the Druid, and we're going to have some fun with the Druid. So what does the Druid get, actually? We get average stamina and health, which is 36 plus 12 per level. We get deflection 10, which is actually 10 lower than the Chanter. Melee accuracy 20 and range accuracy 15, which is average, and the melee is considered high. And this is actually the same as the Chanter, so that there's not, right now they're pretty much equal, although the Druid gets less deflection, but I think the Druid gets more powerful, spells and abilities. I don't know, I guess not. In fact, now that I think of it, I don't know why the Chanter would start with 20 deflection and not the Druid. Now that I think of it, doesn't really make any sense. But we're gonna, there's a lot of interesting things with the Druid, but we're gonna go ahead and look into that stuff once we start the game up. So we also get lore +1, survival +2. Now survival is actually pretty good comboed, I think, with the nature godlike, because survival makes your consumables much better. And actually, let's just take the Druid right now, and we shall do next, and I will explain why. Oh, actually, we got to choose our Wild Strike. So basically, what the Wild Strike is that whenever we do a certain damage type, example, say our weapon does fire damage. Well, if we take the fire Wild Strikes, it will increase the damage we do by I think 500%. Actually, let me go back and read the actual Wild Strike thing. So Druids select a damage type / pierce, crush, burn, corrode, freeze, or shock that is added to any attack they use that inflicts damage of one of those types to a target. So if I do fire damage to a target and I have, this Wild Strike as a Wild Strike, I will do. I was just there. It was 500%, wasn't it? Oh, actually, no. The fire. Yeah, they don't tell us here. It's in the game. I know. It's 500%. It's actually a lot more damage. So we're gonna go ahead and do. I don't know. I think I want to start with a spear. So I think spears are piercing, if I'm not mistaken. Freeze damage. That's crushing damage. This is pierce. So we're gonna go with the pierce damage. This is our spirit shift, because of course the Druid can shift into a wild animal. I kind of like the wolves, but I've tested the wolf already. Let me try something different. Let me go with the boar. I want to see what a spirit shift boar looks like. So that's where we're gonna go. We're gonna go with the boar. Actually, was it called the boar? Oh, whoa! What happened here? Wild Strike, right? No, we want corrode. That's weird, a bit glitchy. Yeah, it is the boar. There we go. So we're gonna go with the boar. What are we going to do as far as attributes? Well, like I mentioned in every single one of these episodes, man, everything is good. Everything is good, and now I actually know what interrupt really does. Well, actually, interrupt does what it says it does. It interrupts. And same with concentration, although it's the opposite. So basically, interrupt goes against concentration. So if you have a high interrupt and your enemy has low concentration, you will interrupt their attack or their spell. I thought concentration was just for spells, actually, but it's for everything. It's, reloading, attacking, casting spells. So really, you don't want to have a character with low resolve. It'd be very bad. You could probably go with a character that doesn't have high interrupt, though, because I guess not all of your characters, should be interrupting, I guess. I mean, I guess it's, I don't know how to explain it, but it's not as needed as concentration in my opinion. But I mean, you still don't want to neglect interrupt either. But so that's basically what concentration does. I thought it was just for spells, but no, it's for everything you do, attacks and whatnot. So what are we going to do with this character? Well, since we're not going to be ranged right off the bat, let's go Might 12. I mean, really, I might just keep this character super just average and everything. If I do this, dexterity though, I think I would like. I mean, dexterity is really good. It's accuracy, and that works for both melee and range. I mean, having high accuracy is never a bad thing. Although with this particular character, I don't think I really want high interrupt. I think 15% interrupt, if I leave it at 5, is good enough, to be quite honest. Intellect, I mean, 20% duration and area of effect. I mean, the Druid does get a lot of spells. These are our level 1s right now, and I mean, there's a lot, and we get level 2s and level 3s. And so, I mean, having a decent amount of intellect probably makes, you know, a good sense. And resolve, well, I really do like the concentration, so let's maybe get that to, I don't know. If I leave it at 12, I have 10 points left to put in things. Dexterity, maybe I want it maxed out, actually. I think I want dexterity maxed out. And then might, constitution. I mean, if we are going to be in combat a lot, maybe 14 here, 14 here, and maybe go with resolve 14. I mean, this could be a thing. I think that makes sense. I'll try this. Again, I'm not sure if this is the most efficient way of doing things, but as far as I can tell, I mean, honestly, everything's good. It makes it so hard to actually, you know, choose something. But, so there we have it. That's what we're going to do. Let's go next. I'm going to go with something that actually gives me dexterity. It would be nice. And I do want a spear as a starting weapon. Now, I don't know if this is always going to determine what we start with, as in the culture, but yeah, the extra dexterity should put us at 20 dexterity. So we're going to be hitting often. We won't be missing much, which is very good. Our res is 13. Why is it only 13? Let me go previous. Resolve, rather. You know what, I guess I don't mind. You know what, maybe I have a thing, an OCD thing, where uneven numbers just drives me nuts. Don't ask me why, except for 5s. 5s are okay. 13 drives me nuts. Like, right now, my head's gonna explode. So I have to remove 1 point here, and I'll put it in perception? No, I kind of like, nah. Decisions. You know what? Let me go with more constitution. There we go. 15 constitution. There we go. Everybody's happy. My OCDness and all blah blah blah. Okay, so dexterity. So we're still 20. That makes more sense. I like the rounder look of these numbers. Right. So culture's done. We're gonna be a mystic, which is you've never been able to explain how the universe guides your path. Behind every task you undertake is a feeling of cosmic direction. Behind every task you undertake is a feeling of cosmic direction. Deep, man, deep. Alright, so let's go next on that. Colors are fine. Actually, yeah, I do like these colors. First shot, nice. We won't be changing anything. Since we're godlike, we can't actually change the hair or the skin. And facial, there's nothing, obviously. Head, there's 3 different heads. I kind of like this one, though. I really dig it for some reason. I don't know why. Here, there's none, so let's go next. Let's choose a portrait. There is one that I do like. That is, yeah, this one kind of looks like what we are. Whoops, man. There we go. Next. All right, that is done. We shall be a female cleric voice. Let's go next. I will call you Spears because I don't know what else to call you right now. And let's do done. Alright, so we are in the game, so before we actually get into combat, let's go ahead and quickly level up our character. So I'm going to go survival, and like I was mentioning, survival, blah blah blah, it can be used in the conversations. Yeah, we know that. What does it do? Right, food and potion items they find. Right, so survival allows characters to make better use of the food and potion items they find. I mean, better use. I guess they'll do more, they'll heal more, so I mean, I don't know. I'm assuming there'll be stamina potions. So I figured combo with the nature godlike, it makes sense. Anyways, we're gonna up our survival. Why the hell not? I might put a bit in lore as well. So the first level up, oops, I went quickly, but really that was it. And the Druid doesn't really get all that many interesting things, to be quite honest. It's very just basic, you know. That's all you are. type of thing. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly. Yeah, there we go. This one, however, will unlock our level 2 spells, so we get a whole bunch of level 2s. I'm not going to go through all of them. I mean, they're very similar. Actually, the Druid kind of has like spells. Actually, before I talk about that, I find the spells of, say, all the classes actually are all very similar. I don't know if it's just temporary or if this is how it's going to be, but anyways, the Druid seems to have a mix of wizard spells and priest spells, is what it seems like at first glance anyways. I mean, I could be wrong, but from what I've tested, there was stuff that would up my stamina, or up an ally's stamina actually, not just myself. And there's some, you know, damage spells and stuff like that a wizard would do. So it's kind of like a hybrid. It's actually interesting, and if that's going to be the case for the game, I'd probably favor the Druid over the priest, to be quite honest. Okay, so what we're going to do here, we can choose a talent. Now, I'm not going to bother with the weapon talents. This one here, Hold the Line, trains the character in new defensive strategies, increasing his or her engagement limit by 1. I don't plan on engaging more than 1 unit per combat right now with this character, especially since we don't have high interrupt. I kind of associate engaging multiple enemies with someone that has a high interrupt, so that, you know, that character can keep interrupting enemies, pretty much interrupting their attacks, and, you know, maybe you have an engagement limit of 2, so you can, you know, screw around with two enemies really really well. So, but with this character, we're gonna go like full damage type of thing, and I don't know, just focus on one at a time. The bonus Spirit Shift, I think this adds, well, it adds another Spirit Shift per rest. I think you start with 2. I don't think it's worth taking that right now, to be quite honest. I'd rather test this out here, which is Greater Wild Strike Pierce. So, intensifies the Druid's Wild Strike, granting increased damage. So, our piercing damage is going to be sick, man. Seriously, if we take this. So, let's go ahead and just go nuts piercing damage. I hope Spear is piercing. I think it is. I could be wrong, and this will be a bust, but at least you'll have the general idea of what to try out anyways. So there we go, that's it for that level up. A little bit more of an interesting level up, but the next ones aren't all that interesting, to be quite honest. So survival, we're going to keep going as high as we can with survival, and nothing else here to mention, so that's a little bit of a boring level up. Alright, next one here. Let me go right here to 8, and let's put the rest in lore, which should put me at 3. So we got 3 lore, 8 survival. That seems, I don't know, good enough. Next, and we got our level 3 spells that unlock. So again, this is the one I was talking about, Nature's Balm, which is increases your stamina, or was it this one? Anyways, very similar to some priest spells actually. So there we go, done. So we are ready for the combat. So let's go out into the wild immediately and test out this Druid. The Spirit Shift is actually pretty cool, I have to say. I tested out the wolf. You become like this huge wolf, pretty much. It'll be interesting to see what the boar looks like. What the boar Spirit Shift looks like. Is it called Spirit Shift? Let me click on my character. Yes, Spirit Shift. There we go. So it's 3. Okay, so it's 3. We get 3 per rest. If you get the talent, it'd be 4. Now, I really don't think it's useful because, I mean, basically in Spirit mode you do, or Spirit Shift mode you do. I think you do way more damage, or something to that extent. I'd actually have to read the details on that, but it seems to be more damage. And I mean, you're just gonna want to use it for the really tough, you know, fights. So I mean, 3 per rest seems like more than enough right now. So let's go ahead and check out stuff. Let me actually activate this guy's buff, though. Whoops, we are being attacked without even realizing it. So you are the mage. Actually, just back up for now. We can send the priest in there. Whoops, we can send the priest in there. You can actually go attack. We will attack as well. I'd like you to back up as well. So let's do that like that. Good. You took some damage. I want my rogue to be in the back and doing stuff. Oh wow, we're doing like a lot of damage. There we go. So is Spear actually piercing? I mean, it should be. Pierce. There we go. Pierce damage. So we do 23 to 36, but we should technically be doing... I don't know if it calculates it in this area right now with our Wild Strike ability. I don't know if it calculates it in there. 23 to 36 seems like a lot. I'd actually have to test with another spear character to see if it's that high. It seems kind of high, actually. No, it seems normal with all the other guys. Yeah. No, I'm assuming it's calculated outside of combat. It's not something I have to activate, but anyway, so that's the first combat. Now there's some loot here. Oh, actually, someone mentioned to me that you can press tab to highlight objects on the ground and actually highlight the enemies as well. Oh, look at that pack of wildness. Oh, okay, we're engaging with 3. That's fine. All right, you go ahead and attack. Actually, I'd rather try to knock you down. You go ahead and attack as well. You attack as well. You back up some more. You can back up some more. Very annoying sound effect, driving me nuts. It happens every time I pause, it's so annoying. Let's go ahead and cripple your ass a bit. Oh, we got knocked down. Oh, we got knocked down again. Man, our guys get knocked down all the fucking time. Why is my... Oh, the priest is knocked down, I can't do anything. Oh well. Let's shapeshift, man. Oh, there we go. We are a big... I guess they have the same thing for every one. That's the wolf, isn't it? Or is that a boar? Okay, I guess I'm a boar. So we're doing good damage, sort of, although we're taking a lot of damage as well. I hate the speed of combat, man. It's just way too fast. It makes it too hard to focus and pay attention to what's going on. You have to keep pausing, which I don't like. Wait. Whoops. Damn it. I want you to... Oh, that's right. I can't do it that way. I want you to attack. And I want you to get the hell out of there. Oh, you got knocked out. Well, come on. What the fuck is going on? I'm really bad at combat. Like, really bad. There we go. Well, that sucks. Took some damage. They should be coming up. Yeah, there we go. They all got up. Alright, I don't know what happened there. That was my bad, I guess. Wasn't really paying attention. So anyways, back to the tab. If I tab... No, it's not highlighting it. The fuck? Weird. I thought it would highlight the items that are on the ground as well. I mean, right now they're clearly visible, so that's fine. But say they're hidden behind this tree here... Anyways, maybe it's work in progress. I don't know. There's a lot of things that are that need fixing in this game. So anyway, that was Combat 1, where I took a beating. But anyways, it's a general look of the Druid. Nothing too crazy. And like I said, we have a lot of spells. We got almost the same identical ones as the Wizard, to be quite honest. So it's I don't know if you go more the spell casting route with the Druid, or if you go more of a combat-oriented Druid. I guess it's up to you, but since you get all these spells anyways, you might as well maybe, you know, go the spell routes. But again, I'm not sure you're going to get all these spells. I think they just want you to test things out. I think you're really going to have to pick and choose the spells. Let's actually try some of these spells. Let's go for one of these powerful ones. What does this do? Well, that does a lot of damage, actually. Let's try that. We shall try. We'll send our warrior in there. You can do a fireball. Yeah, run in there. And we shall do some range attacks with you. Right, that didn't seem to do much. Let's actually engage you here. Yeah, we're slowed in there, eh? I just noticed it. Whoops, you guys aren't doing much. Attack. $24, $15. There we go. Combat succeeded. Now these are good loots because they give weapons. Pierce damage. Exceptional spear. Exceptional spear again. And some light armor. Let's actually do the whole inventory thing. Is that better than our spear? Our spear does 23 to 36. This does 1727. Oh, ours is a pike. It's not actually a spear. Oh well, whatever. What about the light armor? Damage threshold 5, recovery speed 0.75. This is pretty much the same exact thing as what we got, and all these other guys start with gear as well. There's something I noticed about the BB Wizard. His whatchamacallits. Let me go to the character screen, or I can from here. Character screen. Let me go to the wizard. I noticed the developers put really low concentration. Now, I know concentration is good for everybody, but I still think it favors the spellcaster because, I mean, getting your spell interrupted is bad because you pretty much have to start from scratch. Now, you don't lose the count on it. Example, if you had, 2 left or 2 per rest, and you use it and it gets interrupted, you don't actually lose it. You're still at 2, but you have to recast it. And some of them take a while to cast, actually. So, I mean, obviously, intellect and res really for a wizard. Now I forget. Does might increase spell damage? I thought it was just range and melee. Why would they go 15? Oh, I guess the right, the wand. I guess the wand is considered range. Right. That's a weird build, I find. Accuracy 19. Why would the wizard need to be so accurate? Spells can't miss, as far as I know. I could be wrong. But usually, I mean, I've never missed with a fireball, but then again, maybe it's because he has such high accuracy. Anyways, whatever. This is just things pondering in my head right now. I'm not quite sure. Let's do one more fight. Let's try this again. Try to fight these stronger guys there. Where you at? Oh, there you are. There's no point in running away now. Go ahead and everybody attack. We'll see what happens. Oh, there we go. It does it automatically. Oh, we got stunned. You know what I'm gonna do with you? Let's get cocky. Move you here. This guy's big. Wow. Let's peck a fight with this guy here. Same with you. Let's cast a strong level 3. Do it, boy. Do it. There we go. Run after this guy. You. Spirit change form, whatever. Spirit change. You. You suck. I hate the priest. The priest is my least favorite of all the classes right now. I might try the monk next. I'm actually kind of sort of interested in the monk. Hey, why won't you get in there? Get in there and attack. There we go. Why are you running back to me? There we go. Spirit form back to the normal one. I wish there was a way of knowing how much more damage I do, though, in that form. Doesn't seem like I was doing all that much more. It seemed like I was doing the same amount of damage as I was with my spear. So that's not quite sure how that works. And yeah, that was another combat. I mean, that's pretty much it. Nothing too... honestly, at first I was like really into the Druid. Now I'm like, I think I like the Chanter a lot more. Not that the Chanter, I mean, I was saying in my last episode the Chanter seems to be a little bit easier to use, and maybe that's why it's a bit overpowered, but I guess it's not technically all that much easier to use. In fact, the Druid seems to be a bit easier to use, actually. You just shape shift or spirit shift and cast spells or go in, melee combat or range combat. I prefer to be ranged, though, to be quite honest, with my with the Druid. But I mean, there you go. That's a quick look at the Druid, and hopefully you've learned a few things with the Druid. Probably not. I mean, there's really not all that much to learn. But in the next one, I might tackle the Monk. I think I might be interested in trying out the Monk. So hope this was entertaining enough. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you all next time.